and former Senator John Peker. Hey, y'all see the rain coming? Some of you real quick, okay? Thank you all for coming. Yeah, you can sit down. It's still morning. So good morning, Baltimore! Yeah, you showed up and you showed out today. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. We're ready to hit the ground running, and that's because of all of you gathered here today. Each of you have promised to dedicate your time and talent to fuel our campaign, and I'm looking forward to us working together over the coming months. As we lay out a vision for our Baltimore, a great city that's home to clean and healthy communities with equitable neighborhood development to support all children, all families, and all elders. To my incredible granddaughter Madison, who accompanied me to the stage today, you and your sisters make Pop-Pop so very proud. I love each of you. Thank you for making today extra special. To my beautiful, strong, smart, loving, compassionate, devoted, and God-fearing wife, Darlene. We've had an incredible ride these past 40 years. Thank you for building a life with me that included raising two beautiful daughters, Tiara and Kendrick. Thank you for standing with me in service to our community. My role as a public servant has not been easy, but I could not do the work I've been called to do without you by my side. You're my rock. To my wonderful brothers and sisters who were able to make it here today, please raise your hands. Thank you for your love. It means a lot to me. To my pastor, Pastor Solomon, thank you very much for providing us with a powerful invocation. I'm often reminded of a verse from Matthew chapter 19, where Jesus spoke to his disciples about the difficulty of a rich man gaining entry into heaven. It would be easier, Jesus told them, for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God. Confused, Jesus' disciple turned to him and cried out, "Well, who can save us?" "With men," he replied, "this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible." To Senator Van Hollen, I appreciate you being here for me, but I'm more thankful for your unwavering commitment to the city of Baltimore. You've been a friend to our city and have delivered over and over and over again. Thank you. To County Executive Johnny Olszewski and Stuart Pittman, thank you for being my regional partners. Baltimore is stronger because both of you are true friends to our city. I'm looking forward to our continued work together. To the boss, I had the honor of working decades ago for one of the most dedicated public servants I've ever met, Mary Pat Clark. You've been a wonderful friend, and I've been honored to learn from you and to call you my colleague. Thank you for your kind words. Delegate Boyce, I'm like a father again. I'm so very proud of you. I remember years ago when you worked for me as a neighborhood liaison in the council president's office. I knew then that you'll one day hold public office. Not because you were impressed by titles or with climbing the ladder of success, but because you had an incredible heart for our city and a spirit of service. Thank you for making your city proud, and thank you for making me proud. And to our North Star, who's not here physically, but is certainly watching over. His beloved city of Baltimore, the chairman and the greatest champion for Baltimore, Congressman Cummings. Many of us looked on yesterday as our friend received a fitting tribute to life well lived. Please join me in a moment of silence for our dear friend Elijah. We miss you so very much, and I plan to dedicate this campaign and my remaining time as a public servant to your memory and lasting legacy of service. May we have a moment of silence.
Yeah.
Thank you. That man meant so much to me personally. And I know it meant so much to all of you. And to see a voice that was so powerful, breaking down barriers of oppression, discrimination. I know I'm off script, guys, but you have to forgive me. A man who thought it was not robbery to uplift the least of them, who saw value in our young people. He often said, we're sending messages into a world that we might not never see. I didn't understand it at the time, that he was saying he would never see it. But we're going to see it for you, because we're going to keep your vision and your legacy alive. As long as I have blood in my body, I'm going to make sure that we keep his legacy alive. I'm extremely proud of my record of success as a legislator. With your help, we've led the effort to reform the Baltimore Police Department. I was the first citywide elected official to call for the Department of Justice to conduct an investigation into allegations of police abuse and misconduct. I work with my council colleagues to introduce body cameras, which have helped reduce complaints against officers and is leading to a rebuilding of trust between the public and our police officers. That was huge, y'all. We can get a clap for that one. We passed a historic bill that invests tens of millions of dollars into affordable housing, making Baltimore a national leader. We created a grant-making process through the Baltimore Children and Youth Fund that helped get dollars to grassroots organizations doing good work in our communities. We passed an equity bill that my administration is making strides to implement. This means that for the first time, the city of Baltimore will include equity in every decision we make as a government, and yes, it's about time. Yeah. We accomplished a lot together, and I'm looking forward to doing so much more. Baltimore, I was humbled to become your 51st mayor 5 months ago. As you all know, we came into office during a difficult moment, but we provided a steady hand to move Baltimore forward at a time when our city needed it the most. Just before I assumed office, Baltimore suffered one of the most crippling cyber attacks to ever hit a major American city. For several days, the city struggled to complete routine transactions that required internet connectivity. Together, my staff and others, the state government, the federal government, we rolled up our sleeves, got to work, and fixed the problem. Within weeks, we were using workarounds that returned us back to basics and allowed Baltimore to get back to business quicker than most people thought possible. Together, we gained steam and put our shoulders to the grindstone. Shortly thereafter, we removed the virus from our network and restored connectivity. We did it with teamwork and by working hard around the clock. Together, we were able to move Baltimore forward. Yeah. It's that level of determination that I brought to the job each and every day for the past 5 months. And it's that type of commitment that will continue as I seek your vote to remain serving as your mayor. Together, we'll work to make Baltimore one of America's safest cities. And we're going to do that by creating a 21st century police department that will invest in modern technology and recruiting. Together, we will reduce recidivism through proven programs and focus on job growth. reduce gun crime and ensure our police department complies with our Constitution and the consent decree. We're going to reduce the overtime and reallocate the savings from law enforcement to human investment. And I can't do that without your support. We must stop the crime, the shootings, the murders, the carjacking, and all the petty crimes that happen in the city of Baltimore. We have to do this together. I cannot do it by myself. The council cannot do it by itself. The police department can't do it by itself. But I'll be damned if we, working together with the community, that we all can't reduce crime in Baltimore City. Yes, sir. And we're going to... Thank you. And we're going to ensure that Baltimore is no longer leading the state in the number of deaths due to opioid overdose. Together we're going to bring neighborhoods and government together to achieve a cleaner, healthier Baltimore. And we're going to do that by holding our agencies accountable to make sure they provide you with the service you pay for, and they will improve performance. We're going to focus on cleaning Baltimore's gateways. We're going to seek to grow alternative transportation options, working with our county partners as we pave more roads and fill more potholes on city streets. And we're also going to plant more trees. We're going to work to decrease illegal dumping and find lawbreakers. Illegal dumpers, we're coming after you. We'll increase the number of community cleanups and care alots. And I promise to be Baltimore's biggest champion for children, family, and elders. And I'm going to do that by helping elder Baltimoreans keep their homes and retire in place with dignity. We'll provide credible mentors and job and educational opportunities to our city youth. We'll focus on re-enrolling students who have dropped out of school. So if you dropped out of school, we're looking for you. We're going to make sure that our children are entering school ready to learn, that they're reading at grade level by third grade, that they're graduating from high school ready for college and career. The path ahead will require hard work and won't be easy. But when have Baltimoreans ever shied away from difficulties? We don't. We instead lead into challenges. Instead, we lean into challenges. Apologize for that. In the coming months, I plan to lay out a vision for our city. In this moment, as before, I'm reminded of a line from Matthew chapter 19. With men, he replied, "This is impossible. But with God, all things are possible." From my heart, with love, thank you for your support, and I promise to work with each of you to move Baltimore forward. Thank you.
Before we conclude today's program, I want to take time to acknowledge former Councilman Jim Craft and current Councilman Ryan Dorsey. Thank you all for coming out today and vote Jack Young for mayor. To volunteer, please see anyone with a clipboard. Thank you so much.